The recent arrest of former Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte by the International Criminal Court has sparked intense debate, reflection, and national introspection. Should we, as a nation, have allowed this to happen? On one side of this issue are those who affirm that permitting the ICC's intervention was necessary to uphold human rights, justice, and accountability. They argue that thousands of lives were lost under Duterte's controversial war on drugs, leading international observers and human rights advocates to document and raise serious concerns regarding extrajudicial killings, due process violations, and impunity. From this perspective, Duterte's arrest symbolizes a firm commitment by the Philippines to international law, human dignity, and democratic values. It demonstrates the country's willingness to confront its past openly and transparently, setting a strong precedent against abuses of power, regardless of the individual's political standing or influence. Supporters of the arrest also emphasize the need to restore trust in the Philippines' judicial system by showing it can cooperate with international standards when domestic mechanisms appear insufficient or compromised. They contend this move enhances the country's global standing, affirming that no leader is above the law and reinforcing the legitimacy and impartiality of international judicial bodies. Conversely, critics of Duterte's arrest argue passionately that allowing a former head of state to be detained by an international court infringes upon the nation's sovereignty and undermines the independence of its domestic judicial system. They see the arrest as an external interference in internal affairs, contending that it could set a dangerous precedent, potentially inviting further encroachments on national autonomy. Many opponents of the ICC's intervention argue that domestic institutions should have been empowered to handle any allegations of wrongdoing internally. They assert that the arrest could deepen divisions within Philippine society, possibly destabilizing national unity and exacerbating political tensions at a crucial period for national healing and reconciliation. Moreover, this camp highlights concerns about selective justice, pointing out that Duterte's aggressive policies garnered widespread local support during his tenure. His arrests, critics claim, may disenfranchise millions who viewed his leadership as a tough yet necessary approach to severe social problems, including drug-related crimes. This complex situation forces the nation to ponder profound questions. How do we balance sovereignty with accountability, justice with reconciliation, and local governance with international oversight? Ultimately, the arrest of former President Duterte by the ICC presents an opportunity for the Philippines to reflect deeply upon the core principles defining its democracy and its role within the global community. While justice must be served, the methods and forms by which it is achieved will shape the country's path forward profoundly. In choosing to cooperate with international bodies or insisting upon domestic resolution, the nation must consider carefully not just its immediate reactions, but the long-term implications for democracy, sovereignty, unity, and international standing. It is, therefore, essential to address this delicate issue thoughtfully, respectfully, and transparently, ensuring decisions made today foster lasting justice and stability for generations to come.